right, you guys, podcast time.
Chew. It's quieter.
Fucking podcasting right now.
Chew quieter.
And now, to the podcast studio.
Welcome back to Chew Quieter. How's everyone doing?
Hey, everybody.
We're good.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad for a Wednesday afternoon.
How's the heat been treating you guys?
The heat's good. I don't mind the heat.
What? Armando doesn't have heat.
I don't have
dry
heat. What are you talking about?
There's no heat
Dry
out
heat.
there. It's dry
Yeah.
heat, so it's not like southern heat where you get swamp ass every day.
Well, it's funny as Southerners always complain about, oh, don't give us your fucking dry heat again. I'm like, what the it's a fucking dry heat? Yeah, it's
Give me that
it's
anytime.
115. It's 115
And loving it.
and less than 20% humidity. It's fine.
Yep.
I don't know anything about this swamp ass. I work inside.
Oh, of course you do, yes. So I work inside too until I go out into the shop. But like today it rained for like 30 minutes and the guys are out, yeah, it's raining. I'm like, no, dude, now it's just going to be as humid as shit now.
It just makes more swamp ass.
Yes. I said, it's dried out. There's hardly any humidity. And now we're straight back to swamp ass again.
All of a sudden, Chris gets sticky. Oi, I'm sticky.
Oi, I'm fucking sticky. Get it off me. Let me go have a shower. Well, no, I'm still wet after I get out of the shower. This is bullshit. Dan's southern freaking humidity crap. Dude, I loved it when I lived in Utah. I didn't have deodorant for a whole year. You don't sweat.
Well, hold on a second. You didn't wear deodorant for a whole year?
You don't need to. You don't sweat.
Bullshit.
What?
No,
No,
I'm
you do.
serious.
No, I wear deodorant every day.
Well, maybe that's what kept the flies away. I don't know.
or kept them near.
Well, who knows? No, I'm joking. No, but you don't hardly sweat, which is good. So,
Yeah.
you don't even know you're wearing it.
Well, you sweat. It evaporates before you
Correct.
actually
Right.
It's gone.
have anything dripping on your face. So southern humidity. Well, we'll get to the topic later, but both Gabe and
Yes.
I were in the South this weekend, and it was
We were in the deep south.
It was brutal in the deep South, especially the day we went shooting and we were on grass. It was just
That was miserable.
yeah that coupled with the slight hangover.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, that won't help.
It made for a fun morning.
All right. So let's get into the show. Last week, we kind of made some waves, right? Like, that was kind of a big deal.
Waves? Mate, my phone
I
hasn't
don't know
blown
about-
up so much.
Yeah, my phone was going crazy with people just like, hey, great fucking episode.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about my experience with DARP.
Yeah, so my phone pretty much didn't stop for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Crazy. I've had shops reach out to me, people who actually signed up for the trips. They're still waiting on things.
Yep.
It's a lot of
That
broken
seems to be
promises.
That seems to be the common theme that I also received was, yeah, I signed up for it. I couldn't make it. DARP said that he would send me a refund. I never got a refund. Or I went to the trip. I paid extra for this photo package or video package. I'm still waiting for my videos and my photos. I also got contacted by some sponsors that said, you are correct. We gave him product to raffle off. Those products were never raffled off, and we found them on his Jeep.
Yes. Yep. I found out he has a stock of helmets that should have been raffled off that never did, that were found in his garage. I also got contacted by a shop that supported the event 2 years ago that were promised a lot of things and never come to fruition. Pretty much made sure that him and his family had AC in the Jeep when he built it. Didn't have AC for some reason. They were supposed to be on the trip, and they spent most of the time fixing his Jeep. And again, broken promises. They reached out to me during the week, and they're pretty peeved, pretty pissed off. But they're like, water under the bridge. We've learnt, and what do you do?
Yeah.
And they tried to blame it on somebody else. Well, Darb tried to blame it on somebody else why he didn't do what he did, but that's also untrue. So typical Darb fashion, he blames everybody else.
So what I found was interesting, the day the episode came out, he lawyered up. Apparently he lawyered up the same day. And I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah.
If anyone has ever tried to hire a lawyer within 5 hours, yeah, right. No lawyer is just going to say, "Okay, sure, you can hire me." Yeah, sure.
I think you got to have money for that too. I think.
Yes.
Well, you probably already had the lawyer.
If he has a lawyer on retainer, why hasn't he paid his media crews? Why didn't he pay you sooner?
Or his credit cards, apparently, because they keep looking for him. So
yeah. So I doubt he has a lawyer on retainer because, I mean, that's a monthly cost.
Yeah.
But a lawyer can come because it's like, well, what untruths have we spoken about?
Right. Everything can be corroborated. So.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I even had a, how can I say this without everyone know who it is? It's probably the most important thing you can put on a Jeep to make it go down the road. They literally called me and said, thank God, because we were about to send him a whole shit ton of product and now we don't have to.
Oh, good. Excellent.
And asked if he could stop wearing their hats.
Nice.
So we've done some good.
Yeah. Well, more good that's coming out of it is apparently Armando. It sounds like Outlaw Off-Road is going to do a charity event for you, right?
Yeah. So I've been working with Doug and Caleb. We have the artwork's been sent over. I guess this isn't going to show up until after they release.
I was
their
about
stuff,
to say,
so I'm like, how much can I really say at this point? But since this was recorded before, and it's going to be put out until after this recording comes off. So
it doesn't matter. It's already out there. So
yeah. So
someone already leaked it.
I already leaked it. I already failed. Leaked it. Whatever.
No, someone already leaked it before you, Armando.
No, well, we've already been talking about it. They talked about it. They put it on their Dust to Dirt to Glory.
Yes. Yep.
Podcast. Apparently, we were the topic of their podcast last week, and they released that they were going to start doing this. So we put together a page on the Here Off Road page on the Here Off Road website. Where you put your donation in. So it's going to be limited to, I think it's 64 vehicles or something like that is what we limited at.
If we get more, we'll make it work.
Well, we kept the actual number of spots to that number.
Yeah.
So we have that number of spots. So the idea is they're going to have this event at Windrock on September
19th, I think it is.
Yeah, it's middle of September.
The September 19th weekend.
Yeah, so it'd be that weekend in September. And your ticket to ride is your printout of your donation. So I'll be working with them back and forth to make sure that they have a participants list of donators. Funny thing is we've already started getting people signed up, but I think it's all the Outlaw crew that's already starting. Yep. But there was one or two already starting that they couldn't make it, so they wanted to actually open it up and let us hand them out to veterans or something that want to come on the ride and participate, and they'll pay their entrance fee. So
cool.
It's already started to be big. They haven't really released all of it yet. Like I said, we set the page live on our site. We've already done the test. We've already started seeing that come in. So I expect, just by what we've set aside and where the numbers are, we're going to exceed any of the events that we've done in the past.
Oh yeah, that's nice. What the whole point is.
Just quickly by what's happening here. So, plus a couple other events that we're looking at. I finally heard back from the lady from Uncle Nearest, and she's kind of an idiot. So I might be looking for another venue for that event.
That sucks. That would have been a great venue.
So I'm gonna call back and ask her, but she's.
Do I need to talk to her, Armando?
She's been zero help. She's been kind of an idiot. She's kind of a nitwit. No, I've sent her the same information 3 times, and she asked me the same question. I'm like, do you have? She might just be overwhelmed. Is what the issue might be.
I might
she's
have
only-
to
some
head down there.
requests.
I might
she's
just
only
have
an
to
hour and a
sit
half
down there.
away, and my accent seems to get me out of fines. So maybe I can get something else out of it.
So the idea that we had for Uncle Nearest Distillery was a show and shine. So it was just basically a Jeep and truck show, little concert because they have an outdoor stage, something with vendors, and then obviously the show. So if that's not going to work out, that sucks because it's a perfect venue, I think.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100% it is. 100% it is. Like I said, I'm a little perturbed at the lady that's supposed to be doing the helping. She's not very helpful.
I'll head down there after work sometime this week because I live right down the street from there. So
Yeah.
I might
put
be
the
better.
pressure on.
Yeah. I'll strong arm the bitch.
Get her in a headlock.
Let's see.
So yeah. So some other news today. I went for my results from MRI for my shoulder. Bad news.
Uh-huh.
I need surgery.
Oh,
Oh, that sucks.
I have a torn labrum. And
You tore your labia?
Yes. Fucking Matt Loxley said the same thing. Did you tore your pussy?
you just have to use your other arm now, Gabe.
But yeah, I tore the labrum, and I also my shoulder is in that socket is also arthritic. So they don't know if it's arthritic because of the tear or it was already arthritic, which caused the tear. So
See what happens when you sit down at the computer all day in your house, nice and cool weather? You just fall apart.
no, this is from. So I was preparing. The way it happened was, I was working out a lot. I was working 5 days. I was working out in the gym 5 days in a row with only taking off Saturday and Sunday. On top of that, I was getting ready for turkey season and shooting about 100 arrows with my compound bow, about 100 arrows a day. So I was just not resting enough. And I think combine that with my age, I think that just kind of wore things out and ultimately got the tear.
Oh, well. You'll be a bionic man soon enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to JP about it because JP, he's had quite a few shoulder surgeries. And I told him today what the doctor said. And he's like, I hope you wipe your ass with your other arm.
Start practicing now.
Yeah, I'm going to start practicing tomorrow or the next time I have to take
Yes.
shit. For sure.
Jeez.
So something we kind of talked about just a little bit ago, very quickly. Armando and I went to Georgia, Alberton, Georgia, this past weekend for a wedding. Our good friend Travis Goldstein married Amelia, beautiful bride, small little town, really small country called country town called Alberton. I was there from Thursday till Sunday, and I flew back on Monday. The heat, oh my god!
Yeah, we race the cars up through there, so it does get a little warm, a little sticky.
And that wasn't the worst southern freaking heat I've ever been in.
No, it was. It was
August
just,
at Sheriff's is terrible.
Oh my god!
yeah.
Yes,
That's
Sheriff's
like
is really
way worse.
bad.
It's like 99 and 99% humidity. Like
Yep.
I was happy. It was like it's only 85 and 80% humidity. Okay, I'm okay with this, but it's brutal when you're hungover though.
Mm.
Yeah, I was fucked up the entire weekend.
So I can't wait to see that video footage.
Yeah.
Double stabilizer.
Yeah,
I get a stabilizer on my stabilizer.
it's okay. It looks clear through here.
So the funny part is so he got married at 6:00 on Saturday. So all the guys got together that afternoon and went to
Bad.
the family farm and shot guns. Well, JP and Gerald Lee, they went and bought like 6 bottles of Tannerite to blow up. And Chambliss took his new 300 Blackout, and I don't even think it was sighted in yet. It was that new.
No, it wasn't sighted at all.
So we set it up about 80 yards out, and we must have went through about 120 rounds trying to hit this fucking thing to blow up.
And no one hit it. Although someone did hit the top and knock the top off of it, but it didn't blow.
Yeah.
So there was we put on it was on a box out in the field, and you can see with the binoculars that the box was all done, and people had been walking out there to see what was going on with it. But I think Travis shot the shotgun at it.
Yeah.
And a shotgun's not enough mass to make it go. But it just hit it. It broke the can, and then the top went somewhere. We don't know where the top went.
Yeah, it's velocity that makes that stuff go off.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
so
it's fun.
It was
finally at the end.
We were in tall grass too, and the bugs were. I asked people, I'm like, please, can you check my balls for ticks? And nobody wanted to volunteer to check my balls for ticks.
Wrong crowd, Gabe. Wrong.
No, it was the right crowd. A bunch
It was 100% right. The right crowd.
Hang on. Was Diesel there?
Diesel was still asleep the shooting day.
That's why that didn't happen.
That's why.
Yeah, Diesel was there, but he was asleep for that.
Yeah, if Diesel was there, he would have been checking for sure. He's just that kind of. He's that kind of friend.
I think he got fucked up the night before too. In fact, I know he did.
No, he did.
Yeah.
When does he not?
We all did, actually. So there was this really small bar that's in that town called the Flat Tire, and they don't measure their drinks. It's just
they just pour.
Yeah,
That's
just
it.
pour
That's
and
good.
eyeball it, and we got pretty fucked up. The hotel bar was pretty good. The first night, everyone got there the first night, which was Friday.
Friday night,
And-
yeah, because we flew into Atlanta Thursday night. We were supposed to get in Atlanta about 1:00 a.m. We didn't get in till 3. Flight delay. And then by the time we got to the hotel, it was like 4:00 in the morning. I didn't get a rental car because the rental car place closed. So I went to sleep at 4, woke up at 7:30, got back on the shuttle, went up to the rental car place, got the car, came back, and then fell asleep for like 3 hours, and then drove from Atlanta to Elberton. And then I think we got there about 5:00 and then had dinner, and then everyone hung out at the bar after.
Yeah,
Sounds
so
like a fun
Thursday-
time.
Yeah, so Thursday, it was really the first night a lot of people were checking in. So Travis had opened up 2 bottles of his really expensive bourbon. One of them was Woodford double barrel or double barrel, I think it's called, or double oak barrel, something like that. And the other was a Weller.
The Weller, he had that bottle out Friday night. We did shots on, or we did sips on Friday night also. The Weller was really good.
The Weller was fantastic.
That was phenomenal.
I've never had a bourbon that just didn't taste like bourbon. It was it went down really, really smooth.
Yeah, a little too easily.
Yeah. And it's so expensive, I didn't want to ask for a second glass.
So talking about alcohol, typically, Gabe, I don't drink anymore like I used to, unless I'm with company. I was at the local gas station the other week. I bought myself, everyone knows I drink a shit ton of Monsters. And the guy behind the counter goes, "Hey, do you know Monster makes alcoholic beverages now?" And I'm like,
Really?
"Sorry?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, go out the back and you'll see it."
Yeah,
They actually make
make a 6%
alcohol drink now.
It's a malt beverage with energy. It's called the Beast, Monster Beast. And there's like 6 or 7 flavors.
I'm in trouble.
That they have. And
I'm in trouble because it was good. And for someone who doesn't drink a lot,
I haven't tried one yet.
I had 1 can and I was like, I think I got to go eat something. So that's going to be my drink from now on.
I'm going to have to see if I can get Travis's permission to show this video that I have of Diesel dancing.
I'm sure you're going to have permission.
But you can't really tell if he's dancing or walking.
Or he's drunk. Or sober.
Well, no, wait a minute. Wait, that the drunk has no play in it because we already know
Right.
that's what it is.
I also have video of him doing karaoke.
Oh, that's got to come out.
And I could not understand a fucking word he was saying. He was just talking so goddamn close to the microphone and loud.
That's Diesel.
Yeah. It was a good time, though. Good weekend.
You can never have a shit party if you invite Diesel.
No, it's always a great party. We had so much fun. It was like that night at the bar was fun. We laughed. There was so much laughing at the bar on Friday, and then at on the dance floor at the wedding on Saturday was funny. We were sitting at the table, and Amelia's dad comes by me. He's like, "Hey, you got to watch out for that one. He's a wild one." About Diesel. I'm like, "Oh, geez." That's the only fear that Amelia's parents had was how bad is Diesel going to be in this wedding?
Well, her mom wanted to make sure that it was toned down because I mean it's a small town. It's literally one of those towns where everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
So she was kind of in fear that Travis's friends were just gonna bark and howl all night, which we almost did.
Which we kind of did. But we kept it down to a slow rumble.
Yeah. Did someone pay the bartender to keep the bar open on Saturday night? Because they were going at the Fat Tire.
I don't know.
I think JP or Gerald paid him like an extra couple $100 to keep it open.
Gerald and didn't go to the bar, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Maybe it was Friday night. It was Friday night.
That was Friday night, not Saturday night. Friday night, I think she just had enough tabs where she said she'd keep going as long as the tabs were up.
Okay.
Because we go in the bar, and if we wouldn't have been there, there would have been 6 people in that bar.
Right.
That was their best night for 2 years.
Seriously.
Yeah. There might have been 10 people in there, and there was one old guy with his pants all the way up to here.
Oh my God, that guy
singing
was
karaoke.
funny.
He was good, and he was funny, and he was he was the life of the party out there. So you got to figure that they were going to keep it open because there was another 25, 30 of us in there on top of their normal crowd.
Every Friday night, that guy's there.
Yeah.
I think has a bit of the touch of the tism. So I think they allow him to go there.
He's special.
Yeah, he looks special.
Mm.
He was old. He was like 90.
He was.
He's got all that shit
there,
tucked in.
He was probably there when the Confederate were stronger in that city.
Oh, jeez.
So I finally met Armando's wife, Kim. That was a good time too, talking to her. We had a bunch of stories from back in the day, from our old neighborhood, our old stomping grounds. We were trying to figure out it. Do you remember this person? Do you remember that person? And then
who knows who?
Yeah, and then she got her phone out, started texting her friends from our old neighborhood. Hey, there's this guy here. Do you remember so and so?
I wasn't around with that. You guys must have been sitting at the table, and I was over there running court.
That's what everyone says to me. Being Australian, they think we all know each other back at home. It's like, hey, do you know George in the street? No, really? I thought you guys knew everybody. No, we don't.
So we're at the wedding, right? And all of a sudden, Armando, he just goes in his pocket and he's like, "Here," gives me a baggie. I'm like, whoa, are these what I think they are? He's like,
I told you I was bringing them.
He's like, yes, take the big green ones. The other ones are just faux gummies.
They're just candy.
They're just regular candy.
They're just
big green
crawly
ones.
gummy worms.
So I had them in my pocket.
No. Wait a minute. No. As soon as I handed to you, you pulled one out and you're like, da da da. And then I go, yeah, I usually take about half. I go, but those are sleepy ones. Oh, whole one's in his mouth. That's how that went. There was no coming back. There was okay. And I'm sitting going,
yeah.
That would just put me straight down. I would a whole 10 milligram. I would be just flat on my ass, done for
Armando
whole
just
night.
looked at me like, you're about to die.
Yeah, someone gonna die tonight, and it's not gonna be me.
But
Somebody
that
needs to
wasn't.
pick Gabe up off the floor in 20
But
minutes.
that wasn't it, because after the reception, I went back to my hotel room to change so we can go to the after party, and I ended up taking another one, and I took video of it. I forgot I took a video of it.
I get a video the next day.
It's just something like, Armando, thank you, Armando, check this out.
Armando.
So yeah,
jeez.
when I took another one, went to the bar, had probably another 4 or 5 drinks, and I slept fucking great that night. The next morning, my head was hurting because the last call at the reception, there was still a lot of bourbon left. So I said, give me 2 double Woodfords, and I just put them all in 1 cup. So it was a quad, basically. So I already had been drinking doubles all night.
Yeah, it sucks
And
when
I
you get
hit-
older. And you
And
drink.
I had to
hangovers.
drive back to the hotel.
You
Oh,
didn't
God.
have to. You could have walked, but it was a long walk.
It was a long walk.
I don't think we would have made it walking at that point.
No, God, no.
So,
No,
so
you
how
stumbled
many-
out of the truck.
I stumbled into the truck. Talking about Kim left her shoes in the truck.
Oh, God.
So no, it was a great time, great wedding. There was a small group of people that we all know that were there, and then the rest was all mainly just family and friends
Yeah.
that from the other side. So it was a good time. Everything was fun. The shooting was fun. It really made me realize I need to get out and shoot my freaking shotgun, because
Yes.
I can't hit shit. I just need to go out and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't shoot that thing anytime soon, I'm buying it from me.
I need to shoot it, but yeah, now it's 110. So fuck.
Yes, I definitely need to go shoot my guns. It's been over a year since I've actually shot mine.
God, man.
Yes, we need to catch up, Gabe, and go somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's move on. So I don't know if this is good news or bad news, but the girl that supposedly invented, quote unquote, invented the ducking trend on Jeeps passed away. So I've never in my life had wished death upon someone when I first heard of this ducking thing, and I think my wish came true. So I don't know if that's a little bit too morbid or what, but
It's kind of sad that someone's passed away, but like, it's run its course.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah, but you know what's going to get worse now?
Well, it's gotten to the point where I
It's
see a
it's
brand
gonna
new
be-
Jeep, and it's like,
It's going to be it's in memory of.
well, that's what I said
and-
too.
And I don't even think they're even like displaying ducks that they got handed to them. They're displaying ducks because they think they're cool.
Correct.
I ordered 50 on Amazon, and they're across my dashboard now.
yeah, because I mean, I see them on stock Jeeps. Like, who the fuck is like selling you?
Yes.
Because the whole point of it was cool Jeep. Here's a duck. Who the fuck thinks a stock Jeep is cool?
Yeah. Well, I can guarantee it. Like, I've watched people drive out of the dealership on a brand new Jeep, literally driving out, and they've already got a windshield full of ducks.
That's gross.
Justine laughs at them. She says it's hilarious. It's like, what do? They get their little bag before they pick their Jeep up and go, ooh.
The Jeep dealership's probably handing them out.
It's like, God, stop.
Yeah.
This is all Scott's fault, you know.
This is Scott's fault.
100% this is Scott.
I have one, probably 2 that I've kept, and they're veteran ducks. So I had a customer the other week. He's an active member right now. Got his Jeep built. He had a 4xe black with the blue accents. This Jeep is blue accents everywhere. Like, if you can blue accent it, he wants it. Right down to the springs. Right down to the KC headlight spotlights with the covers on them. He's made them not yellow, but they're blue. And he says, how many workers do you have here? And I said, I think 7. He's like, okay, cool. I've got a present for you guys when I come in to pick my Jeep up. And he bought 7 ducks in. I still have one. And I said to him, dude, I don't do ducks. And I said, just because you're an active member, oh, yes, I'll have one. I said, but 9 times out of 10, people see my Jeep at a show. I've actually got a duck that hangs from the mirror with a noose around it. Sort of deters people off from putting ducks on my Jeep.
Yeah, the first time I got ducked was because of fucking Doug. He thought it would be funny because my Jeep was in the arcade booth, rock roller booth at Smokey Jeep Invasion.
Mm-hmm. So you're kind of lucky, just so you know.
I heard.
We had bigger
really
plans
lucky.
for you, buddy.
You're really lucky an Amazon shipment didn't show up to the condo.
These would have been going in from the roof. You'd have been able to get in there.
So hopefully, now that this person is dead, the ducking trend dies too.
Won't.
It's not dying. Dying with her.
Nope.
Unfortunately.
I think the whole ducking thing come from cruise ships, didn't it? I thought the cruise ship started it.
A cruise ship?
Yeah, because they do ducks on cruise ships.
You're on a fucking cruise ship. What do you need a duck for? What do you need good fucking cheer for?
So if it
you
goes
need a fucking
down,
drink.
If it goes down, you can hang on to the duck and be a flotation device. I don't know.
How big are these ducks?
Hey, if you got 20 of them, you put a rope around them and, you know.
Fuck the life preserver. Give me some ducks. Those are flawless. Life preservers never work. The ducks always work.
Yes. You might be too drunk to go to get a life preserver. So at least you got ducks all around you.
So speaking of needing a life preserver, my God.
Monday's gone.
Last week, Moab had a huge flash flood.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw this or not.
Holy hell.
That looks like a water park. Can we go
right?
on that?
That's
not a lazy
Moab
river
Diner.
no more.
That's the Moab Diner right there.
That's Woody's right here. The diner, all to the left of that waterway, is Woody's in the diner that you just showed. Holy hell.
And that's just an adjacent street from from there.
Definitely not a lazy river.
No,
nothing lazy about that river.
No.
So that's kind of crazy. I think this is the second time it's happened within 10 years.
No, well, in the last 2 years, I think 2 years ago it flooded like that.
It flooded like crazy.
Yeah. Did you see the footage of the road we take to go to Poison Spider?
No.
The uranium mine road.
Yeah. So
Potash.
Yeah, Potash Road.
So So the campground that's at the bottom of the cliff, that was literally a waterfall, and pretty much if you had been camping there, you would have been washed away. Like, it was insane.
That's the main road there. That's Woody's. That red building is Woody's.
Yep.
Right there. Yeah, that's all Woody's. Then there's that walkway that goes along the river, and those steps that go up to the main street.
Yep, it's insane.
And there's usually just a little trickle of water that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I got one more video
That's
here.
Crazy.
This is of this looks like some shop that's on Main Street somewhere. I can't put my finger on what shop it is. But you can see that water just rushing down Main Street, taking out whatever's on the sidewalk.
Is that a motorcycle running down the road there? Is that
yeah,
motorcycle or a side by side?
Fucking trail fleas.
That was a giant pot with a giant flower pot that rolled over and just sitting there. Jeez.
Yeah. Like if you can find that that footage from where Poison Spider is, the amount of water that was coming down there is just crazy.
I've actually seen that happen. So there's an event that shall not be named I was at in Moab a couple of years back, and there was torrential rains while we were on the trail.
Mm-hmm.
And there was so much rain, there were just waterfalls everywhere.
Yep.
and it was just unbelievable to see. Like, I've never seen anything like that before. So it was the middle of the summer too, which with same time frame as this one.
Yeah, so I got a story about flash floods. Someone told me when I was living before I moved to St. George, I was going out to the Grand Canyon, out through a way from St. George. It's all dirt roads. Dennis from Red Desert Off-Road said to me,
Desert.
don't go out there when it rains. Like, it'll flash flood and you'll be stuck out there. There's no reception out there, so no one can come and get you. And I'm like, dude, I'm from Australia. I've seen mud. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I was literally scared for my life.
Yeah, because it's not mud. It's the wall of water that's 6 feet tall that's coming at you.
Yep. And I literally drove through a wash and I slid off the road into the wash and everything was coming past me. And I'm thinking, I can't, where am I going to winch to? I can't get out. Well, my V8 for the very first time in its life saw the rev limiter in third gear. Lockers on, and I just sent that thing. And eventually it got to the bottom where it was dry and literally pulled myself out. And I was like, holy crap. That was my first, like, and now I see it on YouTube and stuff, and I'm just like, that is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The amount of water.
It's ridiculous. We have it here. So we have the monsoon season, which is already starting. We've already had flooding. I haven't had to water the trees or anything since I've come back because we had a torrential rain. There were trucks that got blown over by a microburst off the 10 freeway.
Wow.
But typically when we get the bad monsoons, I mean, it'll come down, it'll dump 5-6 inches of rain in 2 hours. And where we go wheeling out here in Box Canyon or out in Florence area, you have all the mountains run down and you're going down washways that are dry and dead. Well, you can be out there and it can start raining 20 miles away. And all of a sudden the water starts to hear the rumble. You hear the rumble. You're like, whatever. And all of a sudden you look up and there's a wall of water coming at you. And there are people that are just totally swept away with these walls of water. It's crazy to see how much that fluid transfer can be brutal to everything in its way.
How often do they rescue people from those washes during flash floods, do you think?
Hundreds of times every time it rains.
Really?
we keep building more stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes you're trapped because it happens, but I'm if I know that there's a monsoon happening in the afternoon, I'm home before the afternoon starts. I'm not going to be out there trapped. I'm like, watch the weather, especially during the summer here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, Minnesota's having flooding right now. A dam's about to break. It's rushed past the dam. I don't know if you guys have seen that this week.
Yep. I think it's in Manitowoc or something like that.
Yep. Something like that.
Manitowoc.
Yeah.
So it's Mother Nature. He's crazy.
Yeah. So let's switch gears a little bit to politics really quick. Something that I saw and I thought was very interesting in my state here in Tennessee. Starting July 1st, Tennessee is allowing the death penalty for child rape for people that are raping children. So if my neighbor or someone rapes a kid or does something to a kid that obviously is very, very bad, that person is going to be eligible for the death penalty. I applaud Tennessee for taking a hard stand on this. There are states that are completely going the opposite way, like California, totally ignoring protecting children.
No, they're protecting those what's the name for them? Minor attracted.
Yeah. That's
they have a name for it. Oh no, he's just minor attracted. I'm like,
oh my
quit
god,
fucking reclassifying the mentally insane.
Yeah, don't label it. Yeah. It doesn't need to be relabeled.
Yeah, you're fucking you're a child molester. That's all it is.
That's all.
You're molesting a child. Go to jail. Go to death.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the good thing that that usually happens with child abusers is in jail they don't usually come out.
Right.
No, they get the
Anyway.
death penalty anyway.
They usually get a death penalty in there anyway. So,
But see, that's not the only state that tried to do it. DeSantis tried to do it. I think last year he
Mhm.
also tried to get that passed, and there was another state that tried it too, just this year, and it didn't pass.
I wonder if they don't pass because there are people
Oh,
hiding
they block it.
other things in the bill so that
yeah.
their pet projects also get passed and
Mhm.
they're not really benefiting the state. What they should start doing is having bills specifically for that topic and not
Yes,
wedge
it's only
in-
that. It's
Yeah,
only
it-
that.
Yeah,
It's
every
not. It
bill
doesn't
should
need
be
to be
like that.
8,000 page. It shouldn't be 8,000 pages with everything slipped in there as an afterthought or hey, get this in here. No, each one gets brought in and it's a quick vote on yes or no.
Yep.
Yes or no.
Right.
It's not. Well, on page 3,600, it says this. I don't like this. I'm not voting for it.
But it's also a way for the Democrats to say, "Oh, Senator so and so didn't vote for this for the veterans. They're not a real Republican." It's like, no, the actual story is you try to shoehorn in a bill that was going to cost the state millions and millions of dollars for nothing. There was
Yeah.
another bill that was wedged into that you wanted to have billions of dollars for painting a rainbow in the sidewalk. No, that's not what we're doing here.
Speaking of rainbows on a sidewalk, are you wearing your gay pride shirt, Gabe?
No, this is a Sitka shirt.
Oh, I thought it was a Bronco shirt.
No, fuck that.
all I saw was the mane of orange. I'm like, wait a minute, is that a gay pride shirt? You're freaking Denver Broncos. I'm like, I didn't imagine that you would be, but it was a little weird that I saw that.
No, this is so Sitka.
Okay.
For those that don't know what Sitka is, it's a clothing manufacturer for hunting gear, specifically for hunting gear. Fantastic clothes. I highly suggest them for cold weather hunting, warm weather hunting,
Just hunting in general.
hunting in general. Yeah, and I'm no way at all sponsored by them, but I fully endorse them. They're expensive, but well worth it. I blame Matt Loxley for turning me on to this company and me spending a couple of paychecks on just one pair of pants.
Yeah. So if any Sitka people are out there, my address is.
Yeah.
So Sitka, if you're watching,
My email address is Chris.
call me.
Someone's yelling at the kids. Was it the dog?
The kids are yelling at the dog. Car, can you shut my door? Oh. We'll have to edit that out.
All right, on to the next topic, and I'll just let this play itself so you can get the full gist of it.
Breaking news. I did it. Michael Cargill versus Merrick Garland. The Department of Justice, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, the bump stock lawsuit. I beat him in the United States Supreme Court. I was told over 5 years ago, why are you going down this road? No one cares about bump stocks. Let's go ahead and let them take the bump stock. But instead, I stood and fought. And because of this, the bump stock case is going to be the case that saves everything. It's going to stop the ATF from coming after your brace, the triggers, all different parts and pieces that they're trying to ban. And I'm glad I stood up and fought. So now we have a case that is case law that we can move forward around this country and defend our Second Amendment rights. As always, more guns equals less crime. You go out there and you buy yourself a gun. Better yet, get yourself a bump stock.
Damn, now I want to go buy another fucking gun or two. So yeah, that was defeated. He defeated the ATF in court. So congratulations to that guy. We now have, like you said, we now have case law that says you cannot ban this sort of thing. You cannot ban this sort of part. You can go and fuck off, ATF. So I hope what happens next is we totally abolish the ATF. We abolish the NFA because what the fuck is it there for in the first place?
That didn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything. All it does is take $200 from people if they want to get a tax stamp for a suppressor, or if they want to have an SBR. The difference between an SBR and a pistol is fucking ridiculous. All the difference is the stock. It's either going to be a pistol brace, which has a strap on it that goes onto your forearm for one-handed shooting, and the other one is an actual stock. They act as the same thing. They have the same general purpose. I think
can you still shoot like this? Can you still shoot like that with a brace?
Yeah, if
Awesome.
you wanted to.
That's
I
the
don't know
best
how
way to
accurate
shoot.
that would be.
That's what are you talking about? I see it like that on the movies all the time, and they hit everything.
If John Wick doesn't do it, I'm not doing it. If Alec Baldwin is doing it, I'm not doing it.
I've done it once at the range. I just had to do it.
I fear
I'm
that
Mike
if I try
Lowry. I'm Mike Lowry.
I fear that if I try it in the range officer
kick you
sees me
out.
doing it, he'll kick me out.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you gangbanger. We
Listen,
don't play that
Denzel.
shit.
Stop
We don't play that shit here.
The guy at the very side against the wall says, "Stop shooting his target." Oh God.
Next thing you know, they'll be asking me, "Let me see your tax stamp for that suppressor there."
It's an oil filter.
Oh fuck! Don't say that. They'll definitely kick you out for that. It's a trap. It's a solvent trap.
Yes.
Really? Is it really? No, it's not. I'm just trying to see if you would kick me out. Well, guess what? You're out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Well, that's good to know.
yeah. Also, the presidential debate is tomorrow, the first one.
Yes, I can't wait. It's going to be a whole lot of Trump talking and Biden.
Just shitting his pants.
Where am I? Someone please get me. I think it's
We
supper
should-
time.
We should do like a poll. We should have done this a while ago, but just to see how many people think he's going to shit his pants. He's going to be on so many fucking drugs, on B12,
Dude.
Adderall,
So-
cocaine.
Oof. He's going to have everything. He's
Well-
going to have Obama in this year and Hillary in this year.
Well, from what I hear, they're not allowed earpieces during this.
Oh, he'll
one.
have one because he won't be able to talk by himself.
Yeah. So yeah, so the big things is all over is Trump calling for a drug test prior to the debate.
You just need to go over there for a pee test, buddy.
Just wring it out of my shorts.
Here's one I had 20 minutes ago.
Here's a stool sample. It's in my shorts.
Here's my depends.
Yeah, no kidding.
God.
The other thing was the rules for it are, I guess they're going to have a mute button for the microphones. So if it's not your turn to talk,
Yep.
your microphone's going to be muted.
Is that the excuse they're giving Biden? That's why no one heard him because he was on mute the whole time because he's not talking.
We left his microphone on mute. That's why he didn't say anything. But his lips weren't moving. It was.
Oh, they'll edit that. Don't worry. Don't move Biden, and we'll just make your lips move.
Hey, I've seen that app where the lips move and like just have a picture and it makes it sing.
Yeah. It's like those old school Christmas elf videos that people used to do.
Yes.
I just wish they'd let it play out. Like, just whatever you ask, let them play it out. There shouldn't be a moderator. There shouldn't be they didn't have moderators 20 years ago that said, "Oh, you can't say that, and you need to stop," and just let it go.
I think their fear is that Trump would just dominate Biden talking over him.
That's the whole point.
Right.
Well, they can't allow that to happen though, because even the moderators are all like CNN.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're already
Everything,
biased.
everything is out here is all biased to help whatever they can with that freaking train wreck.
So I'm going to struggle watching it if they have that female that did the last one. with
I think it's supposed to
with the dark
it's supposed
hair.
to be Jake Trapper. So some character named Jake Trapper.
Maybe
Apparently.
it's not too bad because I just want to poke her in the eye with pens because she's so annoying.
They're all annoying.
But she's worse. Like she's so left, it's crazy. And so there's a movie coming out in September. Have you guys seen that one? It's about he's a preacher and he's running for president.
Mm-mm.
I just saw this snippet of it today on TikTok because I watch TikTok. So it was a preview of it, and it's pretty much saying that God has left politics, and that's the only way they're going to win the election is bringing God back into and religion back into politics, because the left is so far left that they've pushed religion away to say that it's bad, it's this and that, and all this kind of stuff. And it was so close to what it's going to be tomorrow night that the media is so far left that they're not giving anyone a chance to think for themselves.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting concept, that's for sure. I mean, it is like you said, it is almost like what's going on in real life.
Yeah.
There's a lot of countries that just had elections, and a lot of these countries are starting to vote conservative.
Mm-hmm.
They're pushing out the left. I think a lot of people are realizing, listen, we're pandering way too much to these left ideologies. We don't need colored crosswalks in every fucking city.
Nope.
We don't need to give these people special holidays. We don't need to give them special months. Especially when we are only giving our veterans one day.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day posthumously. Why not give them a full month? What's stopping us from doing that?
Yeah.
Well, you know what's stopping it, because the left doesn't want that. We've switched the survival of the fittest to 100%, 180 degrees. So now there's this little bit of section at the very end over here that is yammering for so much attention that and people are just going, okay, just give it to them. And not that I have anything against those people, but
no.
It doesn't have to be that much. You're taking more advantage of what that is than people that actually give something to the nation.
Right.
Correct.
And half of these people on the left don't like this country. They want to see it destroyed. So
it's I don't know. It's just it's one of those things that just pisses me off. It's like you can be everything you want to do. You want to have the alphabet soup? I'm okay with that. I don't care what you do, but don't force me to have to like it. And the same goes to religious people. It goes to people that believe in something. Everything. If you believe that whatever you're doing is way more progressive or way more important than what everyone else is doing, and you're pushing that, and it's not something I want to do, then I don't have to like it.
Well, it's free will.
It has nothing to do with. Yes, I'm losing my free will is the problem, and that's
Correct.
the biggest problem is that I don't care. I don't have anything against you.
It's my choice whether I like it or not.
But it's the shoving it down my throat continually that I don't like. It's not what it is. It's the constant badgering and whatever that happens behind it. Is the problem.
Yeah, that's all it is. Like, I couldn't care less if you're gay or whatever. I've got gay friends.
Red, green, brown, purple, whatever. I don't really give a shit who you are, as long as you're a good person.
Yep.
And you want to do cool things and we want to hang out together. I have no problem. You can be whatever you want to be what you're going to be, but don't make me have to bow down to your guidelines and your rules. No, that's not going to happen. I will like you. I'll be your friend. I will defend you if someone does something shitty. Like someone is going to be attacking someone that's gay or trans or whatever, and I'm not going to allow that to happen. 100% not what is going to happen. But the other way is just like, I don't drown me with it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Armando, I can't be the only one that was in a church this past Saturday that thought, holy shit, I'm going to get struck down by lightning right now.
So walking into the church, Kim's all, you go first. I'm like,
see if it's gonna crumble.
She's I'm gonna stand out here, wait, see it happens, and I'll come in after you. and then she signed the book, and then she walked in. She walked in, and she's like, "You fucker, you made me go in first."
I can't tell you how many times I caught myself cussing in the church, just because that's my nature is just to cuss. I don't really try to censor myself at all. So
Sounds like me and you both, Gabe.
Yeah,
I get told off all the time.
So we were.
I was okay with it because it was a Baptist church.
It was just before the ceremony, and all the guys were in the room waiting for everything to start. And the room was a little bit warm. The pastor was in there, and I said, pretty audibly, "Holy fuck, it's hot in here." And I know he heard me.
It wasn't a Baptist church. It was a Methodist church.
Methodist, yeah.
It was a Methodist church. Yeah. They're way more relaxed. It was a Catholic church, 100% implosion. If Gabe and I would have both been in there.
Yeah, you'd have been out the back room.
No, there would have been no back room left.
Some nuns would have come over with the ruler and just started smacking us. kind of like the Blues Brothers movie.
Yes. I could actually see you two like that too.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah, 100%.
By the way, shout out to Chris Magro. He was at the wedding too. I had a good conversation with him. Fantastic family that he has there. So
yes, he does.
Yeah, Chris, Anna, and Alyssa.
Miss you guys.
Good seeing them for sure. He gave us some props on the podcast. So thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah,
good peoples. All right, let's move on away from politics now, since people are probably just like, shut the fuck up already. So this happened last week, and I'm going to play this video, and then I'm going to ask you, what would you do if this was you? So what's happening here, this carnival ride is stuck, and these people are upside down.
For 30 minutes.
Yep.
I saw that the day it happened.
So imagine you're thinking it's just a beautiful day at the amusement park. I'm going to go on this ride. I've always wanted to go on this ride. All of a sudden you go on it and it breaks down. It's stuck. You're hanging 50 feet in the air, upside down for 15 minutes.
No, it was actually 30 minutes.
It was 30 minutes.
They were upside down for 30 minutes. I would have been done 30 seconds in. Can you imagine the pressure on your head with all the blood rushing to your head?
Yeah, that's not good.
No, I would have been freaking out.
I would have sued.
Oh, I'm guarantee you people are suing.
Yeah.
I watched
This is why I don't go on carnival rides. Carnival rides are even worse.
Yes. No carnival rides. Like that one it's like a big long one that's about that long. Everyone sits on it and it swings backwards and forwards.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck that.
I love that ride.
Well, that one I've seen so many times on social media nearly fall over with people having to run up and jump on the railing. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
Don't care.
Justine took the kids to the carnival like a couple of months ago, and I said, don't go on the rides. Just play the ones that you throw darts at, and you can't get hurt on them.
Yeah, shoot water in the clown's nose.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, don't go on those damn rides. Someone's going to die.
The jankier the ride, the more I'm in.
Oh my god!
the less teeth the operator has, the more I'm in. Oh no! Throw me
Armando has his
anything.
arm around these carnies. Hey, man, so you have any more of those gummies that you got me last time?
They don't do gummies. They do meth.
No. So we have that ride in Australia. It's called the Claw, and I haven't been on it. My kids have been on it. My dad actually went on it, which was insane. That was enough for me. And then here we are. I said to him, that ride can get stuck at any point, and you're stuck. Like roller coasters. Yeah. My biggest fear is I'm fine to get stuck on a roller coaster as long as I'm sitting upright. But it'd be my luck, it will get stuck on the corkscrew and I'll be upside down.
How are you getting stuck on a corkscrew?
Who knows? How would you think that? Why would you get stuck on a ride that swings upside down and goes around again and around again?
Well, that one stops and then it turns back and goes the other way, so it has gears that would stop that. But on a roller coaster, you're only going to get stuck going up because the momentum is pushing it to the top,
yeah, but what
and
if
the rest is all
down?
just inertia. And it's just inertia. You're just going. So
no,
your
have
biggest
too much faith in these rides, Armando.
Yes, I'm good.
No. My biggest fear is coming back alive.
My biggest fear. My biggest fear is being on that ride that has you're sitting in a seat and it's attached to chains way up.
Oh no!
And it just spins you around.
Yes, no.
The swing.
Well, yeah,
no.
with my luck, that chain snap, and you're just like slingshotted across the fucking park.
Well, all three of them aren't going to snap. Maybe one of them might snap, and you just hold on to it, and you'll be fine. You swing around, dangle like that, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're not dying for that.
You'll be fine.
You have too much.
You'll be fine.
Too much.
You'll be fine, or you'll be dead. Either way, you'll be fine.
You fly like Superman just for a little bit.
Yeah, more like Spider-Man because you're going to be like just in a ball of fucking everything.
I looked at those rides at Disneyland.
I have no problem with any of this. Any of this, I'm in.
Nope.
I'm in. Like the jankier the ride, the more I'm going on. The more I want to go on it.
So,
just to see if I survive.
So that swing ride was the first time I saw that as California Adventure in California.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that looks pretty good. And I'm like, why is the pole there? I'm like, oh, hell no.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it drops down and then you sit on the chair, you put the thing down, and all of a sudden it starts lifting up, and then you're spinning like this, and then it tilts and it does this as you're tilting. Oh, that's the best ride. I love that ride.
So
I love that swing.
A couple of years ago at Disneyland, well, let me first say this. For the longest time, there was speculation that inside of Space Mountain, the ride Space Mountain in Disneyland, there was speculation that there's a loop in that ride. And because it's so dark, you don't really know for a fact. So it was last year sometime, that ride broke down and people were stuck hanging upside down in the loop.
Oh.
And people finally were like, there is a loop in there. See, I told you. The last 30 years I've been telling you. So, funny story about Space Mountain. I went with some friends when I lived in LA. One of the radio stations, Kiss FM, had a listener appreciation party, and one of my friends had some tickets. And we went. It was after work. We got very liquored up on the way to Disneyland. And if anyone has ever drove in California traffic during rush hour, it's going to take you at least 2 hours to get where you're going, minimum. So we're in my friend's expedition, just in the back, just drinking like a motherfucker for 2 hours. We get to the parking lot. We tailgate in the parking lot for about another hour. Someone had the brilliant fucking idea to take a bottle of Aftershock with us inside Disneyland. So the first ride we wanted to go on so we can just get bypass the ride, all the lines and all that, was Space Mountain because that's always the longest line. We drink the entire bottle of Aftershock waiting to get on the ride. So we go on the ride, and the ride made me and my friend very, very sick. I start just kind of like crab walking sideways because I'm so fucked up. I see my friend throwing up in the bushes. And I'm thinking in my head, well, if he's throwing up, I know I need to throw up. I think it's okay to throw up if he's throwing up. So I start throwing up in the bushes. Little did we know, right next to the bush was the door for park security. Guy comes open the door. He's like, "Holy shit, you guys reek of alcohol," because that's all we're really throwing up is alcohol. So he's like, "You guys are out of here. You guys got to go." So they sit my friend down on the bench. They sit me down on a bench. They're getting, all of our information. They're basically telling us this is it. You got to get out of here. I look at the guy and like, I can't walk. I'm fucked up. I can't walk. He's like, "You're out of here. You can't stay here." I'm like, Can you get me a wheelchair then? So they wheeled my friend and I to the front gate, and literally like a wheelbarrow just dumped us right there.
Later, bitches.
About 3 or 4 days later, I got a letter from Disneyland. It was a letter from them with a copy of my driver's license. I don't know how the fuck they got a copy of my driver's license. I don't remember me giving it to them. But I should have kept the letter. It said that I'm banned for life from Disneyland.
For life?
Because of that. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't think they'll remember me if I go now. So I don't know how valid that ban for life is.
Do you need a fake ID to get into Disneyland? I know a guy.
You don't even need an ID. Come on.
No. But I haven't been back since, just because.
All right. So first of all, Space Mountain does not have any loops in the U.S.
Is it a corkscrew then?
Is it Tokyo?
No. There's just a herky jerky, and you kind of go like in weird chicanes and ups and downs. There's not really a corkscrew in it. Paris Space Mountain does have 3 inversions.
Well,
maybe that's the one they were talking about.
So it's probably Paris that was the inversion.
Okay, I got it wrong.
I'm going to Paris.
Armando's in the Olympics. He's going to be on one of those anti-sex beds that they have.
Well, there's news that Australia's getting Disneyland. They want to build a Disneyland in Australia now. It's been thought about the last 30 years. They even had the land mapped out for it and everything in Melbourne. So apparently it's back on the cards again to get Disneyland to come to Melbourne. And everyone's like, no, we do want Disneyland.
Instead of Mickey Mouse, it's Mickey Dingo.
Probably. Something like that.
Drop Bear Mouse or Drop Bear Mickey.
Look, it's Mickey the koala.
Yeah.
No, it'd be Blinky Bill. Do you know who Blinky Bill is?
I've heard that before.
So Blinky Bill, that's the koala at home. It's a cartoon character. It's a book, like a little kid's book.
Does he have boxing gloves? Or no, I'm thinking of the kangaroo one.
No boxing gloves.
No, that's the kangaroo with the boxing gloves that's
yes,
on
that's
like
a
Bugs
boxing
Bunny.
kangaroo.
Yeah.
Yes. And he was, yeah. Kenny the kangaroo? Was that his name? Might have been. I don't know.
So I guess Australia has stereotypes for a reason, and it's because of your childhood.
Yes.
All these fucking koalas and kangaroos and wombats and dingoes.
Yep.
Wallabies.
Wallaby.
What is a wallaby?
So a wallaby is like a kangaroo, but smaller. Still a marsupial. It's just it doesn't grow as big. It's probably maybe 2 foot, 3 foot high. That's it. That's as far as they grow.
Have you seen one in life, real life?
Of course, yeah. I've seen every Australian animal in real life.
Have you ever eaten kangaroo meat?
I have, and it sucks.
I heard it's good.
No, it ain't.
No?
No.
But you also like
Vegemite.
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 So it's very.
I put that shit on toast.
It's very gamey. It's worse than deer. But
I love deer. Deer's not gamey to me.
But deer's good.
But well, it's way worse.
You're also someone that puts ketchup on tacos, so I'm not sure how much we can actually put into it.
Look, you don't eat mac and cheese. Come on, fuck you.
No,
you have no taste. All your taste went to your wife.
Well, yeah. She loves Mexican.
A couple of weeks ago, Chris and I were at Uncle Nearest having some food, and I look over, and he's eating his burger with the fork, and the top of the bun is off. I was like, what are you doing?
But what did I do at the top of the bun? Did you see?
You saved it for later.
Did you see what I did with it though?
No.
So I put fries in the burger and wrapped it up like a sandwich. Have you never done that before?
No.
You need to try it. No, you need to try it. So next time you have fries, not fries, but like steak fries, butter your bread. So it has to be fresh white bread or a hamburger bun. Butter it. Let the mutter belt,
Mother belt.
The mutter belt.
let the butter melt. Then get the fries, stick it in there, then fold it over and eat it. And
it's a fried taco.
It's beautiful. Like it's fries,
Or
butter,
is
and
that
bread.
is that a fried falafel?
I just
It's
call
a potato sandwich.
Yes,
A tater sandwich.
yeah, and we used to do that at home all the time. And for some reason, I was like, you know what? I haven't had that for a while. That's what I'm going to do. And I've had it twice since then. Just so you know, Gabe.
I was like, wow, this guy's very high acidity, eating his burger with the fork and knife. Trying to find out he's just saving his bun for a potato sandwich.
Correct. And then I used Justine's because she didn't use hers either. So I had.
By the way, it was really nice meeting your wife for the first time.
Yes,
She's really
and
cool.
yours too, I think, for the first time.
Yeah, I thought you guys have met before.
I wouldn't know where, because everywhere you go, she don't go.
She used to.
She came to Moab. I think I met her one time in Moab, like the only time she came, but she never went on the trail. She went to the spa or something.
Hang on,
Yeah.
was that before?
I had dinner.
Was that when Gabe actually had his Jeep in Moab?
Yes.
Then I wouldn't
I
have
don't
met her.
recall.
Because
I
every
don't
time I've
recall.
met Gabe, I've never seen Gabe wheel. So the only time I've seen Gabe wheel is when he did a friggin' Facebook post about a certain throttle controller in his Jeep, and that's the only time I've seen him drive a Jeep. Never seen him drive a Jeep ever. He says he wheels everywhere, but I call lies.
Oh no, I did. So
I
here's the
believe you.
problem. Here's the problem. I started to rebuild it and put tons on it, and that took way longer than I thought it was going to take. So, yeah.
That's the excuse I
before
always
that-
hear. I always hear an excuse. It's just tons. Tons slow me down.
That's my problem. Is the 14 bolts?
Oh, is that what it
It's
is?
taking so long for mine. 14 bolts
And the body and the doors.
and the engine. No, the body and the doors are all there. That's the easy part. It's the fucking easy part. It's getting the frame back together and all the pieces into the frame that work.
I believe you. The tons is the problem. I have a set of tons I could be doing right now to put into my Jeep, but you know what? They're still sitting up there.
Yeah.
They're just so time consuming.
It's a ton of problems.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
That it is.
All right, let's move on. This is a segment that I like to call Stupid Criminal of the Week. And this week we have two to choose from. So I'm going to play this one first, and you tell me which one you think is the stupidest criminal.
For what? We'll just check them. You got it on you today, my man. It was all on video when you were shooting up the garage last week or a couple days ago. Okay, anything. All right, well, as long as you ain't got a gun on you, then we ain't got much to talk about. But if you check backpack, make sure you ain't got the gun on you today. All right? Kind of figured you probably got rid of it after we came by earlier. But we're going to probably check just in case. You're lucky you didn't hit it in people. No guns on you anywhere, right?
Is he crying right now?
I can see it was a big enough gun. Nope. There. Yo! Whoa! Put it down! Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
Damn.
He's dead.
That's what he was crying for, because he knew he was going to die.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he just said goodbye to God and my family, and then did that.
Yep. That's kind of stupid. I almost feel like that was almost suicide by cop.
That's 100% suicide by cop.
Yes.
All right, and here's candidate number 2. This took place in Denver. just the other day. And of course, it's the news said that this was one of those trannies that, of course, they have mental disorders. So this is what happened and how it played out.
Put your hands on your head. Hey.
All right. So what's your vote?
Well, I say
The
number
first one was a little more blatant about shit. The other one was like crazy.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, second one was a little crazy. First one, that was just total blatant like stupidity.
Yeah.
My vote is for the first guy.
You're at the point where you're sitting there, lift up your shirt and go, hands up. I mean, you're going home. You're not going to like the home you go to, but you're going home.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you just want a suicide by cop. Second one was probably just mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was weird.
Just total. That's total mental illness. That is. We've.
Did he miss the taser?
Outlawed.
I don't think the taser just affected the person.
It just didn't. Drugged up, and crazy, and it doesn't work. I mean, we used to have mental institutes.
Yeah.
And we would send the crazy people to the mental institute.
Do we have them anymore?
No,
they've shut them down because people aren't crazy anymore.
No.
It's cruel and unusual, but people apparently still need that.
They just made crazy normal.
Right.
They normalized it.
No, they also came out with more medication to try to combat the crazy.
Yeah.
Well, pharmaceuticals are always going to help.
Right.
Depends which ones you take.
By the way, did you see the size of that knife?
Yeah, that knife was huge. That was a big knife.
Yeah, that was.
I'm pretty sure. That was a steak knife. That was a steak
knife.
That was a knife.
That was a Bowie knife for sure. So that happened right outside of the skate park, down the street from where I used to work.
Yep.
Denver's turned into a fucking cesspool. It used to be a really nice place to go.
Well,
nice place to live.
Do you want my take on why it went to shit?
Oh, I know why. But
they normalized marijuana. That's that's when it all went to shit.
No, people were smoking marijuana before that. You don't get more marijuana users just because it's legal.
More came there because it was legal. Yeah, but they came there because it was legal.
I think that's a myth. I don't think you just pick up and move because it's legal somewhere.
Well, I know Californians moved there and it turned to crap.
Yes, that is true. California did. It became Colorado.
Yeah. I wanted to move there until everyone was telling me, don't come to Colorado.
Yeah, I was one of them.
It's going to crap.
I was like, I'd love to have you here, but you won't like it.
Yes.
I'm trying to get out myself.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
So that's our new segment called Stupid Criminal of the Week. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be finding more and more of these because people these days have just become more fucking retarded.
Can't we have like suicide by cop week? I think you'll find more of those that are stupid.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we're going to be running short of stupid criminals either.
No.
Like the guy that stole Travis's truck. He left his girlfriend left her phone in the truck, so they were able to look at her phone and get her boyfriend's information, find out where he was, and arrest him.
Might as well just dropped your license and left it on the dash.
Yeah.
Fucking people.
Here's where to find me.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll wrap it up now. Good show. I thought this one was funny. My side hurt at one point from laughing.
Yeah,
it did. It was good. It's always good for a belly laugh.
Yeah.
Now
A good belly laugh.
Armando can go back to sleep now.
Yeah.
I didn't get a nap.
Well, now you need one.
Oh,
'cause
Fuck. Now I need one.
I've been trying to yawn for you to make you feel tired. Apparently, you can't catch it through a podcast.
No, it doesn't work that way. I have to be in that mood. I can say I'm on a nap and then don't get it in time, and then the nap just kind of that whole thing just sails and takes its course.
Yeah. It's almost like holding a poop in for too long.
Yes.
You know what? Correct.
It eventually just goes away.
Correct.
Yeah,
I needed to poop at lunchtime and I
subsides.
held it back and it's gone. Forgotten about
Now
it.
you're constipated for the next fucking week.
Well, I have to really pee right now, so that's probably not going to go away.
All right. On that note, thanks for listening, and we'll catch
Always
you.
on shit talk.
Always.
Welcome
Have a good
to
week,
next
everyone. We'll see you soon.
See you
Catch
guys.
you next week.